see. Alright. And who's that?
Don't know. They stood up top of a wall, now jumped down.
I'll have to give you a very stern no when I'm just giving away what we have. I'm confused on what's happening here. Are you here to try to take our lives, or are you bartering?
Well, I'm not here just to kill you. I haven't eaten in 3 days.
I'm not sensing any
So if you don't
hostility.
feed me, I will, kill you? That sounds wrong. Let's try not like that.
Are you new to this whole threatening people thing?
Old are you? Uh-huh.
You're acting like a child.
I'm not a child. I'm
A bit petulant, regardless.
Well, usually I didn't have to threaten people. They would come at me with swords and I would smash their skulls in. This is the first time they've talked back, and I'm kind of sorry.
Oddly pensive for a dragon. The one we were around wasn't anything like this.
You know other dragons?
A dragon kin, though they didn't have all of your features.
Well, I'm not a dragon
Not
kid.
dealing with a child right now.
What is it you're after? You said supplies, looking for something to eat.
A child
That's-
that barely knows how to speak. They haven't eaten in
I'd
3
rather not
days,
let you
and they're
starve.
basically
It's bread.
they go, "Give me all your
For,
resources,
like, for
or
free?
I'll kill
Like,
you." Questioning their own words as they speak them.
All of those
Thank you.
situations Next time I would try asking rather than just threatening. We're not a bunch of idiots with swords, so it could have gone badly.
I've tried asking people. It usually doesn't go well, believe it or not.
You know,
We're an
But I
odd
won't.
group.
I see that. Sorry, I haven't left my village in ever since now, so it's a bit. Are there more groups like you?
I'm
I
going
doubt
to go
so.
inside.
I'm not sure.
Each you can make amends. I suppose you've already harbored 5 more. What's another?
What, like for free? Like, I'm not threatening you anymore. You don't have to.
Talk with her. See what choice you come to. You seem strong, though. You're really willing to it. Nor
They
really
are
a spot to be
so
picky, I
reserved, I don't
suppose,
know
either.
how
Then just
legitimate
sitting out
that is.
here. And I sense no hostility.
Sounds like they're
from
just
you,
repeating
so I
things
doubt
that they've
you're
heard from others.
Indeed.
Everyone else
Give
is.
that
Everyone else is
impression.
following the whole.
Perhaps we and this new one could help each other out.
All the conjecture.
I'm sure he would be happy to.
Careful step.
If they stay friendly.
If the portal would have reopened, I'm certain that all of you would have fallen into it again.
It's fine.
Just get indoors.
Okay.
Watch your tail.
Sorry, it's... I'm not used to it.
Not used to
Have you
it.
not had it your whole life?
Well, technically, but also no at the same...
Sorry, I fell over, yeah.
I guess Hugo did, but it's a long story.
You're going to get smacked by its
I'd love to
tail
hear
if
it
you
ever
stay
again.
closer to it.
But
Spiky.
never mind. I didn't mean it like that. I apologize.
A bit more context.
None taken?
Most
Oh.
I've known of your species are oddly prideful. You don't tend to really fit that description, from what I can see. What
Well, I
are
said
you?
I'm
And why
not-
are you here starving?
I'm not a... What was the race you said it was?
Dragonkin.
I'm not that? I don't think. I'm dragon. But I'm also human.
Were you walking off hoping someone would follow you?
No.
Chimera of sorts?
I was just wondering how we got up there.
Is that the term?
So,
Well,
Chimera.
Jennifer
Ah, great.
giant legs probably climbed or jumped.
I believe that might be what you're
That would be believable.
referring
Perhaps
to.
he did. Maybe they're just clumsy to have fallen as well.
Perhaps.
Sorry, I don't remember too much. Well, I remember some things, but they're kind of not something that could have happened, so I've just been writing that off. I come from the mountains nearby. We're still in Yggdrasil, correct?
Yes.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, I didn't go that far. There's... Well, I'm not really supposed to tell anyone this, but there's a village in the mountains there. Or it was. That's where I...
There's a lot of villages that now currently was instead of is. Not exactly new information. If you want
but
refuge, we've taken plenty before. I doubt anyone would mind, or at least has any opinion to say otherwise. We need bodies to begin with, and they seem relatively strong. Just coming forward, ask rather than threatening.
Oh, of course. That was a poorly made decision. Sorry.
Luciana.
Thank you for not attacking me, though. My name is December.
Does somebody doing the talking? Thiago.
Pleasure. So, are you a...
Oh, there you are.
I've been scouting for a while. Making sure
Yes, all that happened. Ramael is now swallowed by some portal in this dragon showdown.
A new
I
body.
tried to rob your friends.
Not
Oh.
exactly a good way to introduce
Wasn't
I-
there?
I'm
They
not-
just- they
not-
just
not
added
too much.
something.
You know how birds repeat things whenever you speak to them sometimes? It's the exact same circumstance for them.
Yea or nay to the dragon?
Huh?
What are we doing with them then? We keeping them around?
When there's a moment, I suppose.
Apparently.
Nice to meet you.
People are free to give reasons why they shouldn't, but as I said, a body's a body, and they count for about 3.
I guess we pick people up a lot.
But it's just scared the life out of me. I didn't think that was him.
I thought
Dear
there was
God.
an aura.
So did I.
Speaking of our castle,
So our friend was taken in a portal and you roam in. You been walking these lands long, or were you in the portal as well?
I was in this castle for like a day.
They were on the roof.
Yeah, it's a big place. But I think you guys moved most of the supplies somewhere else, so I was mostly just asking for where those were.
Oh.
I see.
So, what are you doing here if not working for the Dark Lord person? They're usually not that charitable.
I suppose we have some context to give the new people around here.
What is your stance with the Dark Lord?
Don't like them. Wait, should I?
This ought to be interesting.
Congratulations, you've just died.
Oh.
Now, are you
You
going to
being
be honest?
considered-
Or are you going to be brutal?
Exact. I don't. Hey.
Well, at least someone finds it intriguing.
Yeah, it's a part of me.
Oh my goodness.
Boys, any opinions on the man?
Were you born like this, or was it made naturally? The same cutoff between your from your top to your
If you
bottom.
had the same thought
half,
crossed
it's
my mind.
very abrupt.
I'm
So I wonder if you were just sort of stuck like that, like you were just
Unfortunately, no.
stuffed in on the head of a monster.
Not actually as far off as it might sound, but
It's rude to pry.
something like that.
What was that? Anyway, as you were saying, one, how did this come to be? Were you perhaps? Is this perhaps some sort of hereditary? Was your father some sort of indulgent?
Stop touching me, goddammit!
Oh, my goodness!
Sorry.
I'm
Sorry.
Wow,
No, they really sort of creep me out.
but not mean to upset.
It's
My bad,
rude
my bad,
to
my bad.
pry on
So
one's
that's what we could use
origins, so I recommend you leave them be.
Well,
We'll have to make
if it is rude, then he would tell me.
That seems you have new ones.
As of current, he only told me to stop touching
Cadets,
him.
you've
So please
required,
do go
I
on.
suppose.
It'd be wise not to get too attached, though.
I'm still mostly piecing
Sort
it
of
together
draw
myself.
vampire folk.
Oh, you're unaware.
I
Oh,
believe
interesting.
myself.
Very, very much.
Like I said, body's a
So,
body, especially
you
the
do
bigger
not
one.
have recollection
Counts for
of,
at least a few.
of said, I
And
suppose,
we're not really a
this?
position to pick and choose who we decide to bring along or not.
I am not sure what you just said to me.
Suppose you're right.
I'm trying to
suppose
say
it's
if you
concerned that maybe there was
remember
spies of some
anything
kind, but
that
seeing
perhaps
as the
came
Dark
this to
Lord's
be, or
already shown they can
did you
appear on
suffer
our
some sort of
doorstep if they want,
injury that
the
is
spies that they
disallowing you to remember?
I remember a lot, but
Very fair. They
it's
must
sort of
show
like
up and
a
kill us, they probably could.
dream, or
Likely.
two specific
Like
dreams that
He
keep
might bring to the table.
mixing and matching what actually happened.
I was assuming from their stature they might bring some sort of
It's a little
brutish
hard to
strength to
recall
our team
exactly
that we could possibly use some more help in, but
I see.
from their
If
timid
so,
nature, I'm not so
then,
sure.
They speak of crushing
Oh.
skulls before.
I would
people that
be
they
interested
Oh, there is
in
a person now.
perhaps
It seems
The
like our
moment
body
back
is
is
strong,
strong.
not quite the mind.
how this
Back the
came to
mind
be.
metals and
I
bodies scattered.
would need the
They can't
proper
make sense of
equipment,
it.
though.
Ah,
We have none of that
Yes.
here,
They
unfortunately.
went over to that
Yes.
camp.
No, it seems that at
I'll
least
tell the others.
in terms of
Be on guard.
your face,
Be on guard.
your in your body structure, I can see
like a
from the top
goblin.
half that
Goblin.
seems to be
I'd rather not stand out here and find out
If it's a goblin, we should
simply kill it as soon as
in the open.
lower.
Oh, let's get going.
Definitely don't be in the
Perhaps
open
it's
given what
more
happened
natural
earlier.
than it leads on to be.
so.
Oh, we're going
It thought we
towards
would need
him?
the sort of-
I need
yes?
you to come with
She
me.
is to a degree.
Oh, of course.
Maybe just
Sorry,
Oh,
I'll
maybe
talk
not
to you later.
goblin.
It's cool. Don't worry. I will find you some other time. We will have more discuss on this.
Of course, of course.
I can't wait for.
I can't wait until we find all the medical equipment that we need to in order to decipher everything. So I'll be awaiting that.
You know, that feels like a bad idea.
Oh, what the hell? You are using him as bait?
No, she just kind of went out there.
Who's she in it? Oh, the...
Alma
you're
and
kidding.
Screech.
Wait, what? Elma's being used as bait?
No, I thought Scritch was.
Oh.
Alright.
No, Scourge is being used as bait.
I know terrible, right? He's so pleasant.
No, he can't. I've yet to see his affliction. Or at least go into better detail more with him. He's a little veteran. Oh, I hope he's okay. Oh, if he's hurt, maybe you wouldn't mind if I gain a sample.
Not a feeling. That's the direction.
He's just
I'm
over there.
just looking upon the propositions and options that could occur such a thing?
I do understand.
No.
Yes.
What the hell?
Of course.
Oh, turn it in.
Better than constantly smelling it. Tempting me. Tempting me. Well, say anything.
Couldn't tell. Maybe they go past the tree.
Was it just the goblin? Hmm.
Maybe. The voices in my head saying it might be bait. Maybe. I don't know.
Well, if we didn't see anything, let's head back to the other.
I could try sniffing it out.
If you want.
Hey, Sithcole.
Hello.
Could I try sniffing out that goblin's blood?
Can you what? Pardon?
Try sniffing out that goblin's blood to see where it went? If it's still around.
There was no blood.
Alright. I don't smell anything different. If it's around, I'm sure it'll be back later.
If it comes back, we'll get it. But best not to stay out here. For a potential trap that could be lurking.
Right. Try to get out of this sunlight anyway.
You know, like sun, Eva?
Not really. It burns.
I don't mind sun, but it seems a lot of people don't like it.
Well, considering there are several vampires in our little troop, then yes.
Potential enemies on the inside.
Oh,
Wow. Waiter,
What a
really?
coincidence.
Be a buzzkill. I was just trying to say it is Alma and Scourge, my two favorite people among this kingdom. And now We might be in danger.
Someone infiltrated the castle. Be on guard. It doesn't appear to be human. Or a living thing.
That's hardly a concern if it is not human. There's plenty of people here not human.
We have a dwarf here. They're not human.
I meant it didn't appear to be humanoid.
Oh, great.
That is more specific.
Above us.
I don't want to hurt
Where?
my cloak.
We do have someone who's no longer humanoid.
I don't know.
Can't be sure.
The king was looking above us, like worried.
He did pass that way.
Come here, red
Entirely
friend.
possible.
He may be above us, actually, if that's the case.
Sorry about
That was
that.
close.
My favorite
What
time to do introductions is
that?
during combat. What was your name?
Huh?
Your name?
Seraphil.
Seraphil. Lorelei. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you
Asta.
too. Whatever that
Ravenna.
thing is, it.
Ooh, smelly.
The figure that was up on the walls. Did it look familiar to anyone?
No.
He looked floaty.
Hunched, sort of ghostly or undead.
I will take my eyes on this side then.
Mm.
Well, if it's talking about, best we try to stay in groups at least.
To his group.
To his group, yes. Hmm.
No, just the one. And now sitting ducks. Do we have a plan? Are we supposed to be moving anywhere?
From what I've been told, apparently it's trying to lure people away. Individual one-on-one tactics the like. We're not sure if it's actually physical or something more spectral-like. If it is, I recommend magic of any kind. If you have light or dark, that will likely be most effective.
Alright.
Simply put, keep an eye out. Don't let
There's
it get the drop
nothing
on you.
above. Whatever it is, it's there no longer. Or just cannot be perceived easily.
Hmm.
It'd be wise to see if it's looking for something in particular. A person, an object. See if we can bait it with anything. I don't see it being just a wandering spirit.
Or maybe it's wanting to catch us one by one.
It's like we scared of light.
Possibility.
We've only seen it appear in somewhere where shadow lies.
If anything, it's here for some reason, as you said. The sooner we deduce what that is, the better.
My confusion lies, however, in the fact that we have possibly a spectral being in the land of the undead. It seems odd that it wouldn't have a host of any sort, a body to use, considering this land is littered with corpses.
It is peculiar, isn't it?
There is likely a reason it remains without form, if that even is the case.
Another necromancer about, perhaps? I believe we were told another one lies somewhere.
Or just something that's skinny and ugly enough to have us assume that it's already dead.
We encountered a few already.
I was thinking the same thing.
Suppose it's possible. We haven't exactly gotten to strike the thing yet, but it is just skin and bones, so I'll hopefully go down in one hit.
Hmm.
Some kind of wraith.
Also, anything?
No, nothing.
Still no sign from our end either.
Hmm.
Last we saw was it floating across the... up there.
I went above. It doesn't appear to be hiding or anything of the sort. At least not in a way that is immediately
Not sure if it's been
recognizable.
stated yet already, but worth mentioning. Can't try and follow it for tracks, the bastard's floating. Just tried to look for any sort of, I don't know, movement up there from when I saw it. Nothing seems to have been pushed out the way. No marks on the floor. No dust nor anything. Keep an eye out. It might be able to fly. I'll quote and repeat.
Safe
Person of
possibility.
interest floats. I checked over there where I saw
Safe
it.
bet.
Nothing on the floor.
That there's more than one.
No marks, no anything.
Could also be true.
Might very well be Spectre.
We first saw the Specter out there, after all.
I'll bet my money that
No offense. Using your name, apparently.
Haven't exactly fought anything with magic yet.
Well, you wouldn't want to.
Yeah.
Best you can hope for is they come with you with guns and blades.
Fucking egg!
What are you talking about? Uh-oh, everyone around.
What is happening?
I have no clue. But if Jack is running, I trust
What egg?
I don't remember there being a mention of an egg, but I assume it's important.
Access!
Great.
Oh. Oh, for God's sake.
It's a long fall. I don't recommend jumping down. Right or left? Fuck. The egg. Where? I lost sight of him. Shit. This place is a fucking labyrinth and I fucking hated it. Which fucking egg are they fucking talking about? Perhaps. But how does one get up there? Egg. What the fucking egg? Damn it. Best hurry. Don't get lost.
Oh, great, he's already dying, isn't he?
Prepare yourselves. Get ready for whatever the hell's going to come out of that thing.
Let me guess.
You will have 30 minutes.
Wonderful, a timer. For what?
For it to awaken.
Can we not capture them now?
Of course the Lich made his castle on something that can be awoken.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Great, wonderful.
Burn to wherever you're going.
Ghost.
Alright, it's going to be coming out of there. Go try and gather the rest. Prepare ourselves, do whatever way we can. If it's going to be waking something, it's probably going to be an issue for everything that's in the area.
Correct. Maybe best for us to move to a more open area as well.
We already have a good open area down there.
However, the
We just need to
acid
prepare
can also
here.
be used to our benefit, assuming whoever's in there isn't going to be born resistant to the
Exactly.
surroundings. Which likely will, but
That's fine.
Right then.
I'll climb back up, let them know.
Please do.
So what was that exactly?
We don't know.
I believe that something is about to awaken.
Best be prepared.
Prepare ourselves,
Most
trying.
likely hostile.
It's going to be coming out from there. We can try and use that skull as an advantage. Ranged fighters go up there, try to make sure that we get you out of harm's way while you're able to shoot. Along with that, we'll have you take the brunt of this. Anyone else that can take damage and give out just as much.
We're fighting it.
Yes, unless you want this entire nation to possibly be an acid pit.
Stakes are that high.
I mean, we haven't
At
seen
least
our
that's what I
goals.
assume.
This is probably
Exactly.
the most least insane out of all of them.
Are one of you quicker than me? I think that a good idea is to get everyone else down here now.
One's already climbing back up.
Good.
It's best that we don't separate since this place is kind of a bit too big.
We have 30 minutes. 30 minutes of preparation.
30 minutes. And we should gather everyone here.
Saving an entire nation. I think that you might like
People are
a bit
looking.
more after this. Can't you agree? Damn it, thing.
Is it enchanted or something?
Living,
Weird
whatever you
question.
might want to call it.
There wouldn't happen to be any
For a different time.
dead people down here at all?
After we don't die from this thing.
Why do you ask?
Hopefully it cooperates.
A magic thing.
It will. Or it will.
Ah, are you suspecting that they might bring the dead back alive?
Not sure. how
Nothing
that's
that fancy.
Exactly.
Or
I
is
can
it
eat
about that
souls.
earlier? Ah, I see. Well, there is at least one dead person
You
down
didn't
here.
sound weirded out at all. Okay, that's more concerning.
December, what are you able to do? Magic. You said that you used to know soul magic. Anything else?
You can eat souls, apparently.
Yeah,
fucking
that's. It's a little gross, but it's. I can eat a soul and then use it to channel heat.
Oh, so
If that
you're
makes any sense.
You're basically a living enchantment. For you.
I think we just got interrupted for a moment.
I feel like I lied about
Has it
30
been
minutes
30
prepare.
minutes?
Specter, I don't know what you're capable of. Remind me.
I can take the brunt if need be.
Got it. Where the fuck is the...
They want to go tell the others, even though I already
No,
said
he
that
isn't. He's just
someone's going to
standing
warn
there.
up there.
Perhaps waiting for.
I'm going to push him into the fucking acid if he doesn't get him back here.
You shouldn't.
Be careful separating too much.
If you need cover, you can stand behind me. None of my body that's covered in scale if it's managed to get hurt before.
Hmm.
Hasn't exactly been tested with magic yet.
But don't worry. I'm fine with being punched. In fact, I think that may be a good thing, all things considered, as weird as that sounds. For the
Are you
others,
the
though,
only normal one here?
possibly one of. I think you can only count the normal sane people on one hand.
I didn't know the world got that bad.
Yes, the Lich is just standing there waiting for everyone else. We're going to have to fight without him. Fucking fool of a king.
It only made a sound? Maybe it was just trying to scare us off.
Yeah. Surely.
Well, if they were trying to kill us, wouldn't they start with the big thing immediately?
Or they're underestimating us. That could be another factor. If it's as powerful as a lich, well, makes sense to me.
Are you
And
ready
running
to
is not
fight
an option at all.
Unholy abomination or whatever's going to come out of that.
I have to be.
Alright.
Yeah.
Simply trying to make conversation.
Yesterday was such a nice day too.
I suppose better than what's happening now. Or going to happen.
Arthur's here.
And hopefully more to come.
From that egg. Oh.
Yes.
Most possibly.
I stand back a little bit.
I assume this lich has a thing for theatrics.
I know that it's not from here. This was never here.
Sounds
Like the whole
something new.
basement, or just this?
The green substance, the orange contraption, this. They weren't here to begin with.
Well, no need to shoulder it alone if we're taking the brunt of it. It should be shared. If it's gonna be as powerful as we think it is.
Alright, we're having more people here. We can actually come up with a functioning battle plan now.
We don't have a.
Lich, is there any abilities that we should know about beyond what we already know?
I do not know.
I'm saying for yourself. Trying to figure this out so we're able to actually fight this thing effectively.
Anything holy.
Did it just...
If anything, this ground is too...
Fucking holy magic, you fool!
Where's the egg? I want to see it.
Yes, the green thing up there.
Oh, that's an egg. Right.
If we're going to fight, do we want to do it on the stairs?
I was about to say,
What we're
this
trying
ground
to
is
do
too
converse
unlovely.
about it. Trying to come up with an actual combat plan and then spread out accordingly.
What did it do when it hatched?
It didn't hatch yet. It's about to. It's been making sounds every now and then.
Getting its
That's an egg.
Keep your distance.
Apparently singed.
If they want to stand
Okay.
on the edge, let them.
Jackson's attempting to surrender. Hopefully we can stop it before it hatches. If what he's doing is the plan.
I'll be back in a moment.
He's going to come out. Looks like a thermite trying to make a gun.
is everyone here so weird?
Take care of it. So,
I don't suppose these are strong foundations if we decide to fight something large down here. How quickly can we get to the exit?
there's another exit around here. One that seems to be more so of an abandoned passage.
I remember where it was. You just
There's
have
a
to
one-way
skirt around the
trip.
sides.
You can jump out of the foliage, but you can't climb back up through it.
Right.
Still an exit, nonetheless.
Can't remember where.
She's not capable of much.
I believe I remember somewhere along the wall line.
If you follow along the walls that way, and then keep sticking to the left, you'll find it eventually.
Do you know it? Do I do
Leads
you
up
know
to a cave.
Fight this thing if we can help just run
And
it.
what are you able to do?
Probably tear the kingdom asunder. Or what remains of it.
Understood.
Great.
If we can tear the kingdom asunder, do we stand a chance against it?
Oh. Is he dead?
That's the fun part. We get to find out the hard way.
Ooh, there, yes, the fun.
Yeah, both of us are going to focus on range. I can very confident about it while you
I think you're pretty confident.
book's not going to work.
If I want to use the book, I'm gonna need several fucking weeks. Weeks?
I don't even know what he does. He usually runs away, so we don't have to worry as much.
This thing now has hundreds more souls in it. And that thing doesn't feel any weaker.
He does come back and he can run research.
There's more than first one.
Wait.
Try and blow it up right from the get-go.
Thousands.
Different variations.
That egg thing contains souls?
Thousands. Thousands. Thousands upon thousands of souls. We can't just kill it. Can't just deny it
Try
enough
to
to live with
right
it.
from the get-go. That is the first thing that came to your mind.
She does prefer it, but I know. That's what I'm saying, she's very
Keep speaking, I'll throw you in a pit of the acid, I swear to God. Right, we need a plan. This thing is gonna come out swinging. If Dave even bothers, soon he'll stop not. We can't run, but then we have to find new refuge. They'll more than likely take the kingdom with it.
I mean, it might take more than just the kingdom. I still have a place nearby with survivors. I'd rather them not get eaten by acid or whatever this is.
If this is also a possibility, and they could do it before we even have a chance to escape, then this might be our only option to begin with.
Does anyone know where Ravenna is?
She said she'd be back. I want to go.
Alright. We all know most of our capability.
Most of our magic is ranged. There's likely being small
Indeed.
coming out.
We all know most of our capabilities, so we should try and plan accordingly. I trust you two to try and take it to focus, while the rest of us try and pick it off side by side. Dragon, you may wish to assist in those two as well. We don't know how
Probably
big or
more
what
apt for the
type
first
thing
one.
that this is going to be.
Will
Exactly.
that bring us closer?
Was there anything that you could see while up there with the egg? The two of you.
No. I tried the book. If I try to kill it with that, I'll need weeks.
Of course. That sounds about
Whatever
right.
this is, it's not.
So that means that's multiple.
It's a
some sort
It is a hive mind of souls. Thousands.
Fuck. And that means that my abilities are not. One of my abilities are going to be null and void. We can't even cut off its magical supply.
If we want it dead, we gotta do it the old-fashioned way.
Indeed.
Exactly. In my days of fighting chimeras, they tend to lack intelligence. So many souls, minds in one body, it's hard to focus. Makes them immune to most types of magic, but well, it's kind of hard to be immune to striking something very hard. It'll be worth testing, but I'm going off the assumption that whatever that is will be immune to acid. Given the location it's been raised in,
Just a hope.
likely what the crystal is made of, and everything that leads up to it. I doubt we can use the acid to our advantage, but it'd still be worth trying.
Safe
The
assumption
very
that the
least,
dog
it's a
is slowly
sludge,
and
slow it
use
down.
acid.
You're the one who was studying the acid, right?
So,
Likely.
so
At the
best
very
be
least,
careful
if we
being
can shove it
grouped
into
up.
the lake,
If it's in there, it might slow it down a little bit, whatever it is. Oh, it's difficult to plan. I can't tell if it's gonna be humanoid, monstrous, on all fours, bipedal.
We'll have to make the calls out as we see them.
Well, I hope it's very important. I appreciate it.
Did you hear what I said?
What was it?
I need to go. So good luck in your fight.
Alright, be careful, don't die.
I got my passive over 2 emails.
It'll be more difficult than anything to locate. It's not what the orcs are already built, and it'll simply melt away. You can't simply make the boxes. Simply melt them. It weighs like poo.
Really keen on keeping the stuff. Perhaps I'm trapping
Nice surroundings.
trapping those big soul
You're like me, you understand. Small places, help me find them. People we can, places we can hide people. Areas that they won't be able to follow, assuming it's even half
Is
the size.
destroying the big egg is...
I think
Does that work?
I think it's a bit too hard to crack. And if we tried, I think it'll just hatch early.
They can have a difficult time traversing this area.
From the usurpers doing or from their own.
Considering as well it's going to be freshly born. A Wilkin
Did we have any clever plans?
likely not fully dead. We can assume maybe it'll be full strength.
Possibly throw it into acid.
Why don't we just try and like crack it open prematurely?
Something you think of the solution here. We've encountered a chimera of 1,000 souls.
Does anyone want to try? Let's shield the strongest here with the biggest weapon.
That's quite the compliment you just gave him.
If it's
I
ready
mean,
to
physically.
come out, is it?
We've already seen how stupid he tends to be. He just swings it around.
If it cracks and comes up prematurely,
Yeah, then I think big guy
so be
might
it.
be a bit more.
And perhaps it ends up weaker, like not entirely fully formed
Indeed.
or something of the
Did you
sort.
know that he was a farmer from Aston?
Really?
Hmm.
That might explain
He
why
talks.
he's so quiet. He talked. Wait, actually, yes. That's a bigger thing to focus on. He spoke.
I keep secrets.
No, wouldn't want to divulge your conversations, I understand.
Alright.
I mean, at least he has someone to talk to then.
Yeah,
Come on,
Who's the king of this place?
Oh wait, you are able to consume souls. I think
I
you might be having
can't-
a feast.
I can't get to... Like, maybe like
They seem to have a
1,
big
2, 3
understanding of
maybe?
how
That's
one
how going at
thousands.
it.
sort of
Yes, but
the
that'll
poor
at
soil
least
sort of
slim it
thing
down one
is
by
after
one.
the walking, talking soil vessel placed elsewhere. And perhaps he might have some sort of inclinations of doing it in some sort of
Whose souls are these anyways?
But don't know if
Doesn't
we
matter
have
at this
enough
point.
white mages to do that.
Oh, yeah.
With the process. Yes.
What you're saying is
Well, I mean, I suppose there's a place to go afterwards. Maybe, perhaps.
If they're souls from evil people, it's a lot easier to eat it.
It seems like this sort of rituals are more quantity over quality.
No moral compass to hinder you, I suppose.
Mage, I'm afraid that he won't.
Oh, I don't want to condemn someone who's not bad out of an afterlife if they're this one.
Numbers more.
He's
so
still
it's
going.
done by a kingdom than a single person.
the only people who can do what you want will be Jackson the king, and I know the bare
Honestly, it's a bit
necessities,
more
but I can't perform
humorous,
actions like
if
that.
anything, in the fact that we can. That's happening, you know.
He's very persistent, at least. Give him Gellin, I guess, and just beat his head. Or his hammer against it.
You're right, but I don't think that he could have reached it. He can barely reach it with his hammer.
True, this could function a bit more like a pickaxe.
Ravenna,
Mind if I bounce some ideas with you?
Oh, please,
Looks
go
to me
right
like
ahead.
some
I'm
sort
all
of
ears.
mace. What do you think about it?
What
Except the
to,
prongs are a bit too
to what
big.
knowledge are you aware of such a thing? Of
Well, the
what
sides
connected
are
here?
But this feels like a bad
sharpened
idea.
as well.
Still, just to get me up to speed of what I can
This
say.
is a sharp.
I
Just
need-
typically
don't
one
need to
is
waste
big.
my breath on.
Usually they have
Regarding
4
the egg,
prongs, but they're smaller.
Very
You
little.
have some sort of hybrid between an axe and a mace, arguably.
From what odd ramblings Jackson
Suppose
seems
so.
to have been going on, he said it's some sort
Certainly
of
an
an
odd weapon, but
combination
if you
of
can wield it, I'm not one to complain.
nearly 1,000 souls seem to be in the process of.
Well, it
searching
was the
for
nearest
metal of
weapon I
some
can
kind.
find. So, now I'm using it.
It's like a.
Considering what we fight,
It's like
a dainty
birth-
little
it's
sword
like
doesn't seem to
sort of
offer
birthing
much.
something out of a sword
But
vessel.
hitting something with an anchor, that's at least proven results.
Suppose we'll see.
Is that sword gonna hurt
But
at all?
in this case, it's bringing new life. Not only
Might be
Well,
able to
actually,
animalistic
yes, I was about to mention that.
As an infant egg,
If
it seemed
anything,
to be
that
producing
could do something.
in terms of the works, whether they're intentional or
And I
not.
didn't forget what happened in
Though
that
it seemed
cave either.
The orcs that were once here seem to be weaponized.
The other
in nature,
flame.
which means it is very intentional
We don't
that
need to
this
worry
thing
about
is
that.
here.
The two of them are
This
They're
was
trying to
placed-
utilize it in some form. It's not.
It wasn't just put, it wasn't born here, it was placed here. Sure, or whatever brought it to life, it was meticulously created here.
My body's taking on parts worse than
There
this with
might
that smaller
actually-
size.
There might actually be then books, journals, such.
Yes. In the past, we took out a Dark Paladin. That was when our party was only about 8 or 10.
Well, what good
Wait,
it'll
you
do is
killed the
stop
Dark Paladin.
source,
Like your group.
records and journals.
In past, yes.
Are
Don't
you?
know what's our
I suppose our
group
chances are
Keen on
improving
killing
here.
another one?
to do something about this.
Our end goal is
Whether we
most of the
want to
Dark
get rid of
Lord,
it,
but
or-
in doing
it seems
so,
like
we
we
have to go through his
well,
paladin.
in full course
So I
of
guess you could
just
say so.
popping it like some balloon.
I kind of
Noted.
just gave him something to do. We were all just sort of standing around.
I suppose if we
I
can
didn't
avoid them, we
expect him
better
to
do
keep
that.
at
But
it. I
there
thought he
really
would
isn't a
try
way
and then
to.
stop.
The souls
Good
is
to
too
stop.
much for 1,000 souls is too much for one person. Even one soul is hard to sort of get to your
Any more
manipulation.
ideas?
I
Perhaps I
think
could
if we could freeze
light it
it
a fire.
and it, then it wouldn't be able to do whatever
See,
it
if it burns or melts,
This time
but
breaking.
it's that hard and it won't
Still salt.
break.
Um,
Not sure what will.
Might weaken it, yes. But there has
I
been
could throw my
some
gunpowder
cases
at it,
where
but I only have so
animals
few
break
charges.
out
I'd rather
of
not
their
waste
own
it. It'll do
sort of
nothing.
egg inhibitors. Just
Right.
really.
It'll be softened up once it comes out, hopefully. Be more vulnerable to that sort of thing after.
I've got 2 lanterns. I'm gonna shatter them, place all the shattered glass right below the egg. At the very least, if it's focused on the pain, we can get a few hits in before it focuses on the rest of us.
Hoping to burn it.
Shit, molten glass. Might be a start.
Molten glass, make it fall down the steps. Have it be prone.
Set up a little trap for it, like some novel.
Maybe a bit humorous if they actually fell down the stairs.
not too sure how the recommendation
It certainly would be a show.
research. Thanks to our illustrious host that we found down deep below the ground, in our cave first. Not exactly the sort of magic that didn't have much interest in. But should have perhaps taken the greater one sooner.
Well, it is not exactly a honored practice in other places other than negative.
More glass, perfect. Right, shatter these. We're gonna melt them. See if we can make the thing full and maybe snap its neck on the way down. Right then.
I swear, if they had seen
There's
this
the flame.
sort of display we were doing, it's their mind.
I know.
I also
At
got
this point,
some
I don't have to use anything.
ice. I could ice some of those parts.
That's a lot of souls in there.
Indeed, indeed it is. Right then, and watch your step on the way down. Might be worth just jumping up and down the side here. is it being suspended? Why? It's being held up into the roof as far as I can tell.
You wouldn't mind, Lucio.
You just think if you can hit it at the top like a little wasp nest.
Hopefully it's not a wasp nest and a whole bunch come flowing out.
Souls generally aren't harmful on their own, from what I can tell.
But if they're puppeteered...
I didn't know they could do that.
Happened to us once already. A few months back.
It's like trying to understand one person in a crowd.
Wasn't pleasant.
Right. It's far too many for us to try and convene with. Or to control.
Put me down. I doubt I was gonna be able to control to begin with.
Crack repeatedly. I'm also just wanted to read on the hit. And we may want to start moving.
Start moving back.
Aside.
I like that idea.
Well, that was worrisome right there. That was actually incredibly
Sorry.
stopping.
Sorry, it's...
Weapons ready!
In future, mind your way.
Why?
Starting to
You
crack.
care to explain what's going on before you say weapons ready?
It's cracking!
There you go!
Cracking! It's
Oh, that's way bigger than I thought.
Let's speak. Oh, that's not good at all.
It has the high ground. Get to a level playing field.
Money understands is less than ideal. Get down.
Something that size, we need to bring it down to the ground level. Move. Unless we're gonna fight it up here. What a wonderful spot to fight. Lich! Let's lead it down! Pick a side!
Try and move the damn thing.
Come here, you fucker! Over here! Keep going. Get back!
Behind.
Alright. Let's move back. Draw it out a bit more to the center, there's more cover.
You can see if I can put a hand on it. Maybe you with the dragon.
Get back! Trying to hide behind it. It's a bad spot. Shit.
Things charging.
Legs. Get back! Oh shit. Shit. Get back. Let's try to knock the chandelier down onto it. Bring it closer, Lich.
Get back before you turn to frost.
Thank you. Watch out! Grab, pick up. Come on. Put it in right there.
Very strong.
Okay, hello.
This might not be the best.
Actually, let's move again. Pick up.
This might not be the best.
Pick up, pick up, pick up. Put you behind cover.
Lead it over this direction. Please,
Watch out. Stand back.
Onto my fire. Keep you warm.
Oh, of course.
Usually my issue's overheating at least.
How injured are you?
What?
How injured are you?
How injured I'd like to be. I suppose that goes without any injury.
Watch out.
Alright, lead it to the other chandelier. Don't get that one.
Time to move back.
What's the next plan?
Lead it to the other chandelier.
Fucking no plan right now.
Chandelier chase.
Can you move or are you stationary?
If I can't move, I have an option. It's just limited, so I'd like to save it.
Alright.
We can avoid it now.
Something happened.
Oh my goodness.
I think that's Revel.
What's happened to
Uh-huh. It's one of ours?
It's a spell. It's one of ours. Not it.
But I want to get hit by an insult, though.
She's by herself in there.
Lead it to the other chandelier.
Are you good to move?
I manage.
I know this is a very bad time to ask, but do you mind if I have a refill?
It's very unfortunate given I'm bleeding at the moment.
That much will do. I can clean up the wounds, so to speak.
I'm afraid I cannot. Problems might be caused.
Then you'll have to forgive me. Want to grab wherever you're wounded?
This is what she's got.
How to bring it?
Let's move you out of
I'm
here.
sorry. Now I can cast again.
Alright. That works too. Shooting the lantern above. Get it while it's on again. Trying to drag your head into the acid.
It's dead already. Don't let down your guard. It might come back.
Can we make sure he doesn't get up then, shall we?
Shall we burn its head off?
Set the soul free. Do not absorb it.
Think so.
We select feed all their souls. Is that good? Rest.
As fresh as a zombie dragon can be.
Excuse me.
I think my list of who's the most insane has officially changed. Yeah, you hands for it.
Still some left, you know, Your Majesty.
I will not consume it. It shall be freed.
You need something. You need soul, don't you? This amalgamation, you pick something that's more intelligent.
They could, as a cause of already have sunken souls. Our innocence. Our citizens. Awareness. I will not dissociate. Souls who dwell in this vessel. Roam free. Roam free to her. You will question me. Whatever be. You have to lie.
Something sentient.
Is that one bleeding? I can fix.
My wounds are patched up. I know Thiago was injured. You alright?
I couldn't handle the smell.
Right. That makes two of us.
Fix the most specific things.
More or less.
It should stop any bleeding you have.
Some of this is my own blood. I thirst to drink.
No, not yet.
Out of you. Hear me now. Will you be able to move, or do we have to refresh you? I'm fine.
Give me a minute.
As you wish, my
sure I could carry you if you need help.
Oh, fine. As I said, you're number one. As my protection, sanctuary of the my kingdom. I do it again.
The king is spouting on about.
Do you need help? Or
Course, wouldn't have it any other way.
Some healing would be nice, if possible. It's hard. I need to close my eyes for a moment.
They're bleeding out, are they? I don't really know how to fix that issue.
Astrid, can you help my head a little bit?
There was 3 figures that was found earlier today. We only found 1. Might as well scout around.
Perhaps that is best.
So, Phil, are you able to walk?
Yes.
Lorelai, you said that there was a 3 figures floating around on your way here. Did you know? Alright, we found 1. Time to find the other 2.
They might be Specters of some sort.
Probably, just like the other one.
Why not?
If you don't mind me tagging along, then I'd rather.
Go ahead. That battle was a bit... I worry from how we were able to defeat it. It feels like there's still something brewing underneath us.
Yes,
Something even bigger.
I get the same feeling.
What do you say, Specter?
Something even bigger, perhaps.
I doubt bigger, physically, but stronger. Yes. I was trying to stay away from the assets, so maybe disconnected in some shape. Right, what else is there for us to look at beyond here? This is where the acid comes out of. So you just need to figure out. Are you both usually this quiet? I feel like I'm just going to be talking to myself this entire time.
No, I'm sorry. I'm just
trying to figure out what
taking
I'm
things in.
facing against right now.
I'm just a little tired. Perhaps another one of those dragons.
There might
Perhaps.
be. If there are 3 specters, then there may have been 3 eggs.
I wouldn't say eggs. Three
Whatever
three
those things
reasons. I wouldn't say all of them would be the exact same. If that was the case, then whoever's trying to kill us is really unoriginal.
True.
If there's any other secrets down here that the Lich doesn't know about, I'm sure those specters would probably use it against us.
I guess I'm wondering, if not the Dark Lord, who else would be trying to kill us?
Everything in this world wants to kill us.
This would be our second Lich encounter after over 2 months. Give or
I
take.
don't think the goblins were involved with this.
Possibly not the orcs either that we fought.
The orcs were involved with the Dark Lord. I almost guarantee that much.
I mean, the whole necromancy bit.
Oh,
Could be a bit.
about necromancy.
Not exactly their
Maybe whoever
thing.
was using necromancy?
No, we killed that one. Oh, and we lost everyone. Oh no.
Seems. Oh no, there's one on the bridge though.
Right.
They saw nothing else while we were running around.
Thank God.
Trying to get used to magic thing.
Where did the other two go? Jackson
other-
and the Lich.
Well, there's the
Lucille's
Lich.
up there.
It's best we take our leave here soon.
Yes, I agree. Unfortunately.
Maybe the safe one tomorrow to stay in continues to be our base, at least for a small time.
This
How did you come
place stays
across
our
this
base
base?
for a short bit.
What was that?
You're saying that our base is still going to be here for a short bit? Or are we leaving completely now?
We'll continue to at least be, unless we have a reason to leave immediately. We're not
Listen-
exactly in the shape to go on a trek.
Well, best we at least keep watch at night.
Get in this place anyway.
If there's anything else I'm
Most
gonna
of the
wait.
bathroom that was hand built. You guys.
We need to find the source.
I mean, this place is, but I don't know how to get something.
We found out. It's along the way.
That explains these skulls.
But a spirit guide
Coming out of a giant skull.
We're on this land for a different reason than to simply
I'll find a way to replace it there. To remove it all.
And a bit of a
For it's the threat
expediency to see what happened to them once.
and great concern.
Right.
So far,
Only two of us.
a much needed one.
Where are you guys heading next then? That's
destination.
A certain entity calls us. One that's promised us some assistance in a further goal.
This place is definitely.
Bluntly speaking, one of them would be the Dark Lord with just elbow grease and good ethics. So,
Unless you
what
wish for it,
collective
if it's
there is
lost, then
cheats.
that's
What
that'll
the?
be.
Oh.
What the fuck?
I didn't know you were. I didn't know you wanted to ride the dragon that badly.
Yes, Zoom.
Yeah, so we'd be right next to the festering corpse.
I did say I was just here for, you know, food, but
Absolutely amazing.
are you looking for more people to help? Like, properly?
Come on, let's try and get up there and find a new
At this
spot.
point, we've never really turned anybody down. We don't exactly have many people clamoring to go on this suicide trek we've made.
It's even Screech allowed to be around. I help a little bit, you know.
Whatever your reasons for saying yeah, whether it's just for food, commerce, hell, to sightsee, as long as you support our ultimate goal, we don't care.
Well, those are nice, but as a dark paladin by the name of Kalis, they need to die. And if you guys are going to be wandering off into Dark Lord territory, I think that's where I'll find him.
If that's your motivation, suppose you found the right place. We'll come across them one way or another. Guarantee you.
Well,
Suppose
best bet
since we've
of
taken
taking
out
one down is with people at your side. So.
Exactly. We've taken one down. That's another 6.
Though I'm sure once we start racking up those numbers of Dark Paladins, then we'll start getting a bit more notice. So.
Exactly.
Best be careful with
I guess
that
the
as
whole
well.
thing
One
though-
already.
Well, 1, anything could happen. 2, any more than that, it starts becoming a bit suspicious. Something for the Dark Lord would want his advisors to look into, I'm sure.
Well, every single one we take down, more people clamor to our side. There's at least one town somewhere in the middle of this world that's clamoring our name in celebration.
Who knows? Maybe by the end of everything, you can gather up some towns and build a militia or a small army of sorts. However, that may help in the grand scheme of things.
Plus, every single one we take down does end up becoming a pretty fancy weapon, so there's that plus.
A fancy weapon when that's
There's a soul with that, huh?
small thing.
With the assistance of Jaxith, there's effectively a Dark Paladin in this little parrying blade. Something to think about, really.
No, not her. I'm offering the geese right here. These.
Oh.
Yes, I know she finds it all rather disgusting, but
You seem to have a vendetta against these people like most others. Maybe I'll bring some comfort to hold, seeing one reduced to such a form.
Are you giving this to me? Or are you
Hold
just
on
showing it
first.
to me?
I want it back. You said you knew some kind of soul magic. Perhaps you could make conversation. Tell him how much you despise the person. He doesn't tend to really want to speak anytime I've tried. He's mostly reduced to a brain-dead object anyway.
I guess knowing soul magic is a bit of a stretch. I used to study it, but most I can do is eat the souls and breathe fire with it or generate heat.
Like most
Is that
others.
actual power?
I heard your thirst quenched. I'm pretty sure if I just take off my robe and squeeze something out, I'm pretty sure I could squeeze a drink out for you. Would you like one?
We should do this conversation over here, maybe.
It is full of nutrients, I promise you that. We can...
Stronger noses, you think they would numb?
Blood?
Yes, the creature that you have befallen.
No wonder you're covered in...
Yes, I really went into town and sampled the banquet. Oh, yes, oh, let's... Oh, goodness, banquet, oh my goodness. I'm offering you a one-time offer. It is not every day you feast upon an undead dragon.
Really Alright.
Oh, okay. Just gonna... Go on, sample it. It's disgusting, I promise you that. It's horrible. Oh yes, the taste you can smell once it's in your mouth, isn't it great? I know, right? It's horrible. It's vile.
You're making this not easy for me.
What?
So...
I'm just wanting to share in what I deem something noteworthy of sharing with others of my like.
So you are a vampire as well?
Is it not obvious? Oh, let me,
I can see the fangs. And how long have you been one?
Would you believe it if I told you I lived through a millennia?
That long? I see.
Very, yes. I'm what you would call ancient, at least in terms of lifespan. Not many species live for even half as long.
Unfortunately, I'm only so much aged. I've only recently gotten over the
Yes, I
trial.
heard you are what we refer to as a newborn. What is it, 2 months now? You seem, and I'm told you are very unable to control certain urges. Not that I care as much, I'm just pointing out certain that you so obviously fed so recently. Very recent. Oh, it's still warm too. Yes, very, very recently. That is not any of my concern though. I'm just... You should be aware of reaping what you sow though. You'll get everything that it comes with. I know.
Reaping
No,
what we
that
sow.
doesn't... I'm not saying that there's a third, I'm saying that is obviously the things that come with it.
I think I know what you mean. Not too well.
Good. I don't need to explain that.
And
The
your...
social norm.
Your name was?
Jinpei Boiler. You caught me in a good mood.
Specter.
Specter. Just by that you don't have a before name before you were turned.
I suppose so. Luciana Krys.
Sorry, there's still some on my hand.
Right.
What was your name again? Before?
Luciana.
You remember at all?
Krys.
Luciana. Okay. There's a reason why you have a dead name then.
I suppose. The other people I fed on call me Specter.
I see. You abandoned your name and took upon another. Such leadership and honors. You know, the person you were before is now dead, and now someone else is reborn in their place.
A monster. Not really
A monster, you
someone
say?
worthy of respect.
Be careful what you say. You do know what I am and who I am. Are we truly monsters? Are we just people? Vampirism is not a race, it is a state of being. And so is the undead.
That's a lot
Unless
what
you
people say
agree.
in Aston.
I would think that the place would be a little more welcoming, such a thing, considering the festival of execution. Would you not?
Indeed. A lot of our kind, so to speak, are definitely there quite a bit, and they have no issues.
But not really looked upon well elsewhere. After all, it's why I was excommunicated as a maester, so I understand. I understand very well being viewed as the monsters, but I guess that is the view of one that is new to it as well. You returned so recently, so your thoughts of it are still new. You're going through a phase, and it's all processing, really sinking in.
It's not a phase.
I've been.
It's not.
It will be one. I promise you that.
It's not. I hate this, and whenever these people found me 2 months ago, I wish they would have killed me when the village. The first one that you had killed took control of us. That would have been far better.
I see. Well, make the best out of a bad situation. I'm just trying to offer as much as I can to my experience. Most live through them, and well, most of them end up dead before they hit the millennia. Suppose I'm a little different in that case. Therefore, I suppose, seek guidance when you can. No wonder you apologized before drinking straight from the source.
Sorry, repeat that last bit.
I said it is now obvious why you apologized before drinking from the source.
Maybe.
I'm talking to a friend over there on the right. Or your friend, if you are comfortable enough for doing so.
I mean, there's always potential harm.
Sure.
Such talents.
Right.
Nonetheless, I shall leave you to it. I should go. Do grow used to it. It is only forever, after all. Or the rest of your eternity.
Forever.
I tried to find the exit and I ended up back here again.
Well, if you want to find it, I can lead you out. I know it. Unless you wish to stay down here.
The walk was a little exhausting. I'll be here for a bit.
You were the one going on about how disgusting and foul it smells.
Yes, and these colors you don't normally get. Especially standing up. I mean, he stands out. And now,
unfortunately,
I am.
No, I squeezed by you.
I know that with the grass you said, oh my goodness, just let it rush on door.
Good to excuse me.
Any manners?
He doesn't seem to quite know his
It's
body.
the fragrance that goes with the
My
colour.
bad.
It's something of a problem.
Just try to keep it in mind. Excuse me, we'll go a long way. Trust me, took forever to teach Lucia getting used to it.
After maybe a decade.
Usually there's a lot more celebrating after a hunt.
It was called a hunt. Also, we just did what we had to do to keep surviving. That dragon had unleashed itself. You saw how powerful it was. It looked like it continued all across Yggdrasil.
To my
We need to
understanding,
stay here for...
we sort of went and hit it ourselves. We went out of our way to sort of hit it, did we not? So, maybe in terms of future survival, yes. But...
Thought it was hatching. Unless it was friendly when it hatched.
It was hatching regardless. When Jaxalet showed up, it was already in the process of it.
It is an undead dragon made up of thousands of souls. There was no way that bastard was going to be friendly.
Then why not run?
We're going to be on this continent for at least a little bit longer. We still have things we have to achieve in Yggdrasil. More just beyond sightseeing this decrepit castle. The last thing that we need is some undead cryomancy dragon on our tail.
Who could have created that? I doubt the orcs would have, or have the capabilities to create something as that.
Well, I'd imagine you would know.
Well,
Didn't look like it
I could create no such thing.
Really now?
How do that to souls?
The magic seemed to have been familiar. Undead? We are among the undead kingdom. Seems quite for the place for it, do you not think so? It could be some gone rogue. Perhaps once faithful to the crown, and now since the rise of the usurper, now choosing a different side in terms of survival, even against their own will.
We have faced one such as that.
Yes, but do you not think
I can't bear to find another.
the usurper can dish out something worse and worse? Striking fear. That is how you get true obedience.
You're not wrong.
Their king is no longer around.
They believe their king abandoned them. Left them for dead. I suppose even worse, considering they're already dead. Left them to live. No way out.
Not from the story this one has told me. He told me he died protecting his kingdom, did what he could, and now came back as this, in terms of actual vengeance.
Seems unfortunately history doesn't remember it that way, though.
No. It doesn't, unfortunately.
I imagine as far as most of your kingdom goers saw, your king was there one day and then he was not. They didn't really get the context of the why. Just bitter hatred of being forgotten about. Whether you chose to do that or not.
I just don't
was left alone
understand
for
why.
500 years.
I just don't understand why it's better for me to come back than to stay dead with my people. It was never my decision to come back.
Likely because you're a convenient powerhouse. The principle of nature wasn't exactly kind in her choice of words about us. Those that had the dream, the experience. We aren't the best choice. I don't think we're even top 100 for choice of warriors that she would pick. But we're all she's got left. Convenience.
There is one thing that I always have trouble with understanding. Before the invasion, there was a royal witch who served me. She was my assistant. A royal witch. She foresaw the future, saying that I'm more worth alive than to die alongside my people. I refused. And she must have cast a spell on me. I'm not sure.
Tragic. Absolutely tragic.
surrounded by bitter stories, huh?
Hardly anyone to remember the history nowadays.
I guess it would really make sense if someone was that group with a happy story.
You'd be hard pressed to find someone truly happy in this world. It's a difficult task.
I have not used it.
Okay. But literally the forces of nature are even determined to try and bring a man down, so...
Or I will
It's
try
not a
to
joyful
find
world.
Pretty well from it.
Not allowed to be whimsical.
Excuse me.
You walk the land of the undead.
Perhaps
Where everywhere you
supplies
step,
and
the
medicals.
smell of rotting corpses fills your nostrils.
I'll be back. Let's see. I just remember after my
I was always
Excuse
told
me?
the outside was
Excuse
bad.
me?
I never understood
Excuse me?
how grave it was.
Excuse me, because that's what you should say when you bump into people.
You should ask before touching my body like a weirdo? I don't know. But hey. Anyway.
And there's the inviting.
Rather civil, at the very least.
So,
Does seem a double standard of expectations.
Please don't fight. I don't think I can heal anymore.
Your words, don't worry. They've already walked off.
As long as he doesn't tell me to not try and kill any more actual demons of fucking mass spirits, then we should be fine.
I mean, I'm not going to recommend it. I can't heal anymore.
It's fine. Or at least I'm a better fighter than him.
We made it pretty far without any healing, to be honest. Quite a miracle that we're still standing. Nothing short of an...
Thank fuck for adrenaline.
Exactly.
God's greatest gift before he left this realm. Keep your magics, you can keep your damn spells. Give me some adrenaline and a few weapons and I'll make sure I get it done.
At this point, you might as well seize what any kind of amphetamines you can throw in yourself. Think that do any good?
Fuck it, why not?
Certain those
Not like
medical
I can
tents
keep up
probably have a
fuel.
few syringes that we can shove in there.
At this point, it's gonna be more difficult to keep up with the rest of you and all the magics I kept saying. That giant orb, shield? Whose was that?
That was mine.
Bloody hell. How the hell have you managed that? What did you sacrifice for such a thing?
It's not the worst as far as backlashes are concerned. I suppose that is a way of putting it.
Fuck me. Not the worst, huh?
Simply,
It's impressive.
Thank you. It's mostly designed to try and obfuscate and blind. There's more that could have been done with it, but it didn't seem the place to try and drive a beast like that
I
mad.
see.
God has enough senses to even have such an effect. I was hoping
That's on
to
a
do
shield
the
though.
same.
A spell of darkness.
Yes.
I'll keep that in mind. I reckon I could work well with that.
Excellent. I suppose you could. Sure, that's a good thing to take into consideration, yes. I'll be more than happy to oblige. The catch with that is I am particularly vulnerable after casting it. I can't teleport away, I guess. Vanish and step to another place, as I often do, until either I have shed blood or the one we're facing has.
Oh, if someone is just to move you out of the way, it'll be just the same.
I was going to ask how opposed are you to being lumped over someone's shoulder and ran with?
If it comes to it, and it means I don't die, I will bear the insult.
Understood.
Like a plan.
I'm pretty good at carrying people if it needs to be done.
I'd hope you would be, considering your stature.
Good to know.
Excuse.
Avenna!
himself off. Yes.
Do you mind if I borrow you? I believe you are perhaps the only one knowledgeable to be somewhat practitioner in medical, or at least some alchemical design. So I wanted to go on your attention. If anyone is any of that study, then please come along. I need to tell you something I just discovered.
Okay.
I mean, if it's an important discovery, would it not be wise just to tell us all?
Fine, if I have the floor. Okay, so I believe you're all aware that the acidic sort of nature of the unnamed green liquid over here can eat through undead, but knows the fine line between of what is living and what is not, as well as inorganic materials such as bark and sort of stone. Though when placed upon a tree, it sort of recognizes that sort of chemical reaction that this is in fact a living thing, but when you strip the bark off of it, when you strip off the bark, it recognizes that it is no longer part of said living thing, and therefore it not aware of that. So this thing has a more precise way of eating away at undead material, which means it has actual medical applications, such as if someone was facing corruption and rot, it could eat away at the bad decay in said body and only leave what is left of the living and good flesh.
Okay, so, right.
Magic acid.
It only eats away at the undead.
Undead, dead, inorganic, and I mean inorganic with some subtleties. Again, when you strip it from the bark of a tree, it eats away at the bark. But if you throw it onto a tree, it doesn't eat away at the bark because it is still attached to the tree, the living organism. But it can be used in medical practitioners, is what I'm trying to say. Again, stopping rot right from the root and before it can spread. If one of us should lose an arm, then we could simply apply it there.
By the way, you're welcome.
Keep the flesh sort of good where it needs to be, and just work from there.
As he was going on
So it has medical properties.
gourmet meal.
Could it be used to melt someone's
Afraid
armor
he
and
might
keep
go
them
and
alive?
chat with the.
Yes, if you were to wear armor, it will simply eat away at the armor. But keep the living person within. But if they are undead, then you would melt away the armor and the person.
Against poison or anything like that?
I guess I'm drinking.
No, it is no poison. I tried that. I injected it into
Maybe it's
live
from
critters.
Specter.
It had no effect on them at all. Though, seeing that it affects both armored and undead individuals, you can see how they sort of laid siege to this place, the undead kingdom, and if it melted away at the walls, it's strong enough to just have a simple bomb blow away at the walls.
And that's why they fucking mass produce this shit everywhere in the back. They're
You're
all
missing the point.
cots.
I'm saying we have a medical use of all this, which means it is still useful.
Okay, but point is, if it
that eats armor is
melts away at inorganic, how the hell do we carry this shit around?
Well, that's the thing. There are actual caches of it carried in these vehicles. I don't know what material they are made out of, but it seems like the orcs were planning on transporting these to other places. I don't know what these containers are made out of, but if we can learn those, what sort of materials they're made out of, then it is possible to carry things.
Regardless, there's still threats to my kingdom. I don't mind taking most of it on the road, but I need to get rid of all of it.
That's a lot of work.
We simply can't get rid of all of it. It is too much. But regardless,
I'm not fucking filling buckets of that shit and like emptying out somewhere else. You can fuck
We
right
can't
off.
even fill buckets with it, can we? It'll melt the bucket.
Yeah,
it's
fucking
quite difficult carrying buckets of liquids anyway. It sloshes around and it's very weighty, so that's not optimal. Regardless,
Lucille, there's a lot of stuff we want to do that we don't have the time for. We're also on a time crunch to hopefully get this all done. This is something you can come back to do once we've achieved what we need to do.
But once the usurper gains knowledge of what are their strongholds far down, they will surely come back here and wreak what was left. Once we leave this place, it'll most likely be known. You think an entire kingdom can just go unnoticed when it's fallen? They'll know.
That's
They'll
the
know.
point.
I'm just trying
Thing
to
is,
point things.
The Dark Lord has long since left this land. As far as we can tell, he's abandoned it, considered it completely desolate. If we start making
But
too
his
much
men
of a
is still
home out of this,
loyal to him, are they not? That is what we ran into.
it could be an issue. You figure out who they're loyal to, whose side they're gonna fight on, and if they're gonna knock.
Yggdrasil is the furthest away from Prelor.
That is all I wish to speak to you. The medical practitioners and possibilities of such a thing.
We'd appreciate that. Our group is always short-handed on medical practice, and as you can tell, we get injured quite often.
That is one of my stronger suits.
If it is your interest, I would ask that you try to find what makes up this acid. See if there's a way that we can make it on the road.
Easy, that thing.
Right, but I'm asking if you could find a way to make it out of natural ingredients.
No, it is a biological byproduct of said that thing. That is what the effluvium that it was producing. It seems to be less of an egg and more of a cocoon. We sort of stopped it before it reached adult stage, a more vulnerable state, as you seem to have able to deduce. And now instead, there's hardly anything. So we may have stopped it from producing, but there is still valleys of these things literally right in front of us. So again, getting rid of it will be difficult.
Well, as long as our numbers don't increase, we should have enough, I think, to pass most of this journey. Right?
You have enough to
Let's
fill
see.
the lake. Should be fine. I hope that puts your mind at ease a little bit, at least, Lucille. No more can be ever made.
does.
What you see lying here is the less that'll ever remain.
We need a plan.
Oh no, I think we should be at least thankful that we didn't get eaten today.
That's so.
Well, I suppose, but we can't be thankful every day. It starts to feel a bit too much like luck.
There's still the spirit we intend to find you. Lying somewhere. Deeper up in Yggdrasil.
I mean, if you're sitting there thanking that you're alive every single day, you're not doing a very good job of living, I'd say.
We should probably do something.
Indeed.
Right now, we have to decide how much urgency we really have right now. Ultimately,
If you all need anything, I'm more than happy to help.
We still need a scout.
sometime soon.
Weren't we living by a tree? Is that not our next step? Is to keep living?
Yes. The nature spirit.
Principle of life itself.
Right
Should be
now, we're
somewhere
stuck
nearby.
somewhere in the middle of Yggdrasil. The map at least read that it was somewhere between the top and the middle row, so we keep heading the direction we were. We should come across it soon.
I've heard
That's-
tale of a pretty big forest in Yggdrasil. Would it not be in there?
Sounds about right.
I'd say yes, but problem is, we walked. It was barren wasteland, remember?
Right. This whole place has pretty much been corroded by undeath.
Yes, a sandstorm. Nothing was alive nearby. The forest. You've heard rumor of. Do you know what it's surrounded by, or what it might lead to?
Not exactly. It was more of like a. It was just something one of the elders was talking about. like to talk about the areas within Yggdrasil and said there's a forest there, something to do with magic, maybe? It's kind of hard to piece together.
Shit, it's a start. I can guarantee when we get there, it likely won't be the most friendly place. There's going to be something waiting in line for us. Always
I
is.
imagine spirits of nature maybe don't take too kindly to man. It is kind of our very existence that tears it down, builds it into our new comfortable homes.
And given they're in the land of the undead, I can't imagine they'll be too happy to see anyone. I suppose the best plan then is we try to take our rest here while we can. Dragons and slain. It's hopefully safe for the time being. Rest up from our injuries. About a day or so. Continue our trek up there.
There's still the two other things that we saw that hasn't been accounted for. So they could show up at night, or they could be telling other friends of theirs of where we are.
I guess we'll keep watch extra poignant then tonight.
Might be best for those of us who are staying out by the farmhouse to move closer then. I'll let them know.
Would be wise. Not much to ask. We should all try to sleep in the same area then.
Right. The map says to the northwest, the Twilight Glade. Wood. Considering that I think this was unnamed on the last map, my people have gone us somewhere of any actual note. Believe that would be our next best option. Head to the Twilight Glade. See if we can find any information at all about the principle of nature. Because even if she may not be there, I'm sure something that she's connected to will be.
Once we're there, Revna can probably have a good idea of where to go from there. She lived in the top part of Yggdrasil. Well, somewhere near it, last I recall. If it's not evident by her attire, nature's something that she's very adamant about. I'm certain she can guide us there once we find the glades.
Makes vampiric lot also a little bit easy to get around. Gives them more cover. Less chance of direct sunlight.
All the foliage, I have to be careful what my sword then. I want to burn the whole place down. Though she might be a little pissed if I take her home with me.
Can't imagine she'll be happy.
Sorry about burning down the forest anyway. Can you still get your help?
At that point, I believe you might be rooted as a tree yourself.
But it's only fair. She can do whatever she'd want to me.
Oh,
I
bold words
see.
to say to the principle of nature.
I burned down her entire forest on accident. I don't really think I'm in much place to argue with her. I don't think I'm in much place to argue with the principle of nature, period. Much less if I'm taking nature.
I've already sat on the principle. I'm not too fussed.
Is that true?
A rare achievement.
Indeed. Sat on one and lived to tell the tale. I sat on the god of earth.
Oh yeah, big rock thing.
It's a good story to tell, and
And all I did was politely tell me
I
to
mean,
hop off.
by its nature, technically, haven't we all? If it's all about Earth.
I suppose in the word technicality, yes, but this was quite literally his physical form.
You're taking the wind out of his sails, come on. The man stood on nature itself.
No, he stood on Earth. We haven't met nature yet.
Did you find anything of use?
Forgive me.
No, afraid not.
Jinpei seems to have waddled off somewhere looking for more supplies and reasons.
Stopping by temporarily.
Ah.
Going back up,
I'm
just
sure
letting you
if
all
he
know,
finds
knowing that
anything of
me and
interest, he'll
Seraphiel
come
are
back and
camping
tell
out
us
at
all
the top
about
again.
Yes, very exciting.
We found our way up to the rooftops. We're able to set a camp up there and keep a better view on things rather than the corner that we had.
Good. They're saying since there's still specters about, it's best we try to sleep a bit closer together today.
Indeed. We'll try and, if you all wish, we can show you where our campsite is later. It's going to be easy to find us. We're up at the very tallest tower at this point. It's already set up with defenses, so if anything tries to fly at us, it's easier to defend. But either way, I'll be going.
And off he goes.
He's quiet, so I'm going to assume nothing.
How many people can do that?
Yes, you.
I'm quiet.
Yes.
Vanish. I simply did
Make
not
an
want to
entrance.
interrupt the conversation like I did the last time.
2, I'd say.
Yeah, quite a unique repertoire of abilities among us.
At least magical vanishing. 3 then.
Yeah, that's why I was senile.
I'm just sneaky. Nothing magical about what I do.
You weren't using magic when you jumped on the back of the dragon and stabbed it in the back of the neck.
Can't
That's
cast.
pretty impressive, I'd say.
The weave of my body is so fickle and frail that if I cast a single spell, it'd basically kill me.
I'm a very one.
And the pew.
In an ideal world, I
supplies
wouldn't really
around
want to
here.
exactly have to bother with magic either, but
Are you okay?
we're not under an ideal world.
Life and
I think so. The fact you
I
made
wasn't
this
very
far
good
out
at
just
magic
your own-
either, I don't think.
I got
Trained
No,
well.
no little
I had a
magic,
terrible
but
vision of the
don't
ground.
think it did much against dragon.
See.
You have magic.
You were able to get back up though. Not many
I-
can say that.
Little
Yes,
bit.
apparently I.
Most of our
Poison.
magics are
Very
pretty
subtle.
minimal. A few of us are more advanced mages with quite a
Are you hungry?
calculus, but
I would
a lot
offer,
of us
but
just
it's
have
gone cold.
one spell we
No,
made
I'll
name
pass.
of.
While I do have curiosities regarding
The only
some
thing I
things,
can do is let it poison sometimes comes out of my hands.
I think I'll pass on that.
Just push it out.
The flow points?
Most of my magic kind of just keeps me alive.
Oh, wait,
Oh,
what
but I
you-
can make fire,
What are you
though.
talking about? I thought you were talking about the meal you were going on
The
about.
dragon kid I knew could do
Just
that.
made an offer. Is that correct?
No, but then
They can
the
just
conversation moved to the
like a
flow
magic
points.
thing, or like they can just do that?
Yes, it did. I moved
I believe
floorboards.
it's a neat thing.
How they taste.
There was no backlash aside from the fact that it typically singed their throat to do. Gave them quite the
Very
rasp.
earthy.
Very much, I suppose so. It is part of once used to
I
be.
suppose my
part of the
downside
ground.
isn't too
Ah.
bad, but
Yep.
at least
Oh,
my
going for
throat's
another
okay.
taste.
Excuse me.
Very well. My turn soon.
You got this. I believe in you.
No, don't mind me.
You
I
just
struck,
had a
you
certain
struck
confidence.
fear in me.
Have faith.
I don't know what's going on.
Usually people do that in their private times. Some people have decency.
I apologize. I'm feeling very ashamed. Don't go and.
I'm gonna take a minute.
Excuse
I
me.
have to put some signs up.
Right in
Let my
public.
people know that we're here properly. Right. Maybe to get some more help.
I am willing
Appreciate
to
the
walk
trail.
Be back soon.
Go on. Watch with enthusiasm and make your intent known. Look it directly in the
You
eyes
want
as you
people
do.
to know we're here?
Sit down.
Jackson leaves behind some sigils of his group.
And just
effectively a way to let them know that things are
unearthly
safe.
face
They're
like
there.
this.
I can't believe it.
Think of it like we have some comrades that kind of keep
I can't believe she
communication with us to the rest of the
give
world.
me a while.
That people know our achievements.
They don't travel with us?
Also
You
behind
still
us.
smell terrible.
Most of the people are like Jax is. People who don't have magic also rely on
They
stealth.
used to it within decades.
Jax is a bit more brutish than them, so he makes his way even
That's
so
how
in
much time it took me.
a upfront battle.
Maybe I should
don't-
start now then.
The people we
That's
saw, they
reassuring.
really wouldn't do much
It
good.
was simply
you know,
because
one-on-one. The
I
more
don't
so
think
the
she
ones
had
that stay on
anything in hand.
rooftops and leap down the dark.
So I had to handle my own.
I don't think
So you would
stealth is my strong
carry.
suit in
She didn't give it
any
to you
sense of the word.
specifically to give to me. It
We
was
haven't
just
dealt much to
awful.
begin with, so don't
Oh,
worry.
I offered. I was like, I'm.
When
why
we do,
don't
it's usually just
I-
Jax if
she
strutting
was-
ahead,
She was bleeding.
scouting the
And I
area.
said, why don't I give you my,
Oh.
make you bar my joy,
That one struck
so,
me as like the
so you can save a meal
roguish
for your
thief
good
type you
friend
hear in
Lorelei.
I see.
He certainly
I
is.
understand now.
Yes. It And, well, you now have a heart on you.
You are a unique individual.
He proved himself quite capable.
Not for much longer. It's still in my pocket. Had I not
I mean, aside
already
from that
consumed
flaming
the
sword of
old
yours,
thing?
it's not. Do you have any
Maybe
other
you would have.
magic? I guess the dagger.
That can't be too tasty, at least for
Also,
your.
like I said, I'm an enchanter. My
should I
magic
say-
also comes from the objects I create, unless of any sort of innate skill. You're never. I'm not going to be
Palette?
conjuring thunderbolts and ice
It's not my
pillars
favorite.
anytime soon.
Seemed like you held up pretty well for someone with no magic in that fight as well.
I was keeping my distance, letting the fire singe its body. Lucille, Mithrin, and
Actually-
well, you were going in far more. If I was up front of a dragon like you were, I'd likely just get crushed in seconds.
Do you mind if I have a word with you?
There's
I
one
tried to
upside
go-
for this body. It's
Oh, freeze to
durable.
death.
I tried to go
What else
behind.
to find to
It
leap
couldn't
on
see
to
me, but then
Leap on
Tail
to
would
saw.
slap me in the head.
Tail certainly was a pain. It was hard to predict.
Oh, he's going to be good.
Were you injured during combat?
Just a bit.
Is that blood yours then?
It is.
Do you need a vial?
No, I've,
Don't mind me passing by. Excuse me. Sorry.
I've already had my fill. Just a bit ago.
I've been told what you've been up to.
No.
Do you value what is left of your humanity at all?
Of course I do. I didn't choose any of this. Humanity is the only thing I can try to keep on grasping at.
Continuing to help yourself to her is not going to let you keep your humanity, you know that. It will only end one way. Her life will be lost.
Whenever you drink someone's blood, are you solely fixated on it? Or how's it for you?
It's consuming. It takes a lot of practiced restraint not to give in to those things. I need you to practice more of it.
I've been trying. I've been trying
God.
since.
Enough.
I've been trying the months that we've been traveling together. And I've been trying now. Just today was a bit too much.
I want to help you. I do. I did not ask for this situation. You've said you've not asked for yours. I'd like for us to keep what parts of ourselves still exist inside of these monsters. I want to help. But I have to ask you not to feed on her again.
And if I do,
I'll have to keep you in check.
I would hope so. There's only 6 people I've drank from. And those other 5, they didn't last.
Corpses have limits, as I'm sure you recognize. Blood supply runs out. Host dies. I won't let her be your sixth kill.
If it seems like I've become too much, then by all means, you can stab me through my heart. That would probably be for the best, anyway.
We should try and find you a different source. Even if it's going to local cities or towns away from our party. I don't care if it's them. It just can't be her.
It's everyone but her.
If we don't know them, it's easier. Of course, it's better we don't do it at all. But I don't know your limits. Animal blood clearly doesn't do it for you. If you're going to ask her for a drink the next day.
It's definitely a possibility.
I don't want to threaten you. It is not in my interest. We are all fighting for the same thing. I don't want this to get in the way of that. But I won't ask a second time.
So it is a threat. Though you must. I, of course, won't try to stop you. At least, well, try being a keyword.
Very well.
In the meantime, I'd love to be fixated on something else, but given that she's the only other human blood I've had, I'm not sure.
Don't suppose there's a willing donor in our party. And that you trust yourself not to suck them dry.
I definitely haven't asked. I'm not sure if they'd be too keen.
Yeah. I'm hesitant to ask. As you've said it yourself, it becomes a fixation. And I get by animals just fine. Oh, well enough. But you are young. It is more difficult for you, I imagine. Which is why I want to help rather than hurt. But feeding on her is not helping you. Then it's certainly not helping her.
I know. I know.
would much be rather having more pleasant conversations with you than this, but...
I would like to as well. Anytime I seem distracted or fixated, just slap me silly if it means keeping me in check.
Noted. I'm going to hunt again tonight. You're welcome to join me.
Sure. I've already scouted around the area last night, so what's one more trip?
Right. Having vials on us is better than having none. I'd give you the one in my pocket, but I've already promised it to Asta.
Well, we still have the one vial that you gave us before. We can try filling that.
I'm currently experimenting with potentially regenerative properties. That some may contain, so it's likely that there may be some solution. I could certainly take a look if you would not mind. I would appreciate the assistance, honestly. I'm always cautious to ask for donations, as it were, in that regard.
Would you just cut it off and then it would grow back with, like, normal?
But
if it was regenerating.
Well, perhaps, but you
heal the
wouldn't
hand.
want to just do the house like that.
Which donations are you asking for here?
If it's
Huh?
that, if it has
Not
that much
limbs,
property,
I
we could
assure
just
you.
slice off a pinky finger.
I would hope
That
not.
would be a lot less
I
awful.
think
Need
I
a
need to
hand,
detect-
more like.
Yes, I'm not trying to sew anything new together. That would be dreadful.
But think about
Apologies to any present company.
possibilities.
I prefer not to. That's not exactly my.
Your mind
I have
is
built-
so
I-
to the ground. I understand
No,
your
it is not.
expertise, but
I have.
the potentiality.
There is. I've constructed a homunculi before. I mean, that's something. But
What?
You
You have very
You
red
haven't
eyes.
told me?
What
Well,
was there to tell?
4 of us are vampires.
Homunculi.
I am not, by the way. So do
Okay.
not take my interest.
No, that
in
makes a
such
lot
as-
more.
in relation to that.
Sorry, what I hear about vampires is they're a lot more,
Awful?
yeah.
Yes.
Polite.
Pretty much correct in a lot of regards.
Not
never really
met
seen
very
one
many
before out in the
kind
mountains,
vampires.
They would always say that, like, if you wandered out at night, the vampires would get you, and then the kids would stay home. I didn't think they were real.
I mean, that can happen.
That's what they
that
say
does
in
happen.
Aston.
Is our cred really
Go out
that
at
bad?
night.
I'm getting old.
It's terrible.
It's rather bad.
How old are you?
Yeah,
Looks like
I am counting 1,147.
Oh, I forgot about the smell. I'm moving back over here.
You weren't around, but we've suggested that we move our sleeping area back into the
The
city
days and the months that go along with it.
with threats that are looming.
I would have kept track. I think that's a wise decision.
If you've got any supplies left in there, I suggest we go fetch it and move it before it gets dark.
Good idea. Do you wish to go do so now?
I'm not rushing you.
I can leave whenever.
I think I can carry a lot of stuff. But
Mm. That's convenient.
you know.
Shall we do that then?
Sure.
There's still 2 things that we haven't accounted for. The sightings of the Wraith and something else. So, best be safe than sorry.
I think they said the exit was this way.
Yes, if I remember correctly, it's this way.
Turning around is always difficult.
speak first.
As long as I know your intentions now, you made your intentions known. I can get out of the way perfectly without.
If I turn around fast enough, I might be able to knock you into the acid again. Let me move. I don't want that face. I've got
I've certainly made a mess of this place.
They are.
It was sort of a mess already, in some regards.
Oh my goodness. That was so rude. My goodness. I can't believe you.
You're not a vampire, are you? I'm very. No.
So racist.
That's that kind of fine. Well, never mind.
What are we going to say?
Nothing.
Come on, this is a comfortable space and free space here. I just called them racist, but you know.
I was not going to say anything incriminating.
Okay then. I believe
I was
you.
basically just going to say some of my best friends have been vampires.
Oh, December, right?
Yes.
Would you be opposed to perhaps carrying caches of liquids? I know that it can be quite cumbersome when they slosh around, but it is a for good cause.
I can probably carry one in my arms if it's big, and then you have to tie the rest to my back.
I see.
It's kind of hard to do on my own.
Are you able to carry it reliably without dropping it? It is precious cargo in this case.
In my arms, yes. If you secure it to my back, it should just be similar to a horse, I suppose.
Okay.
Don't sell yourself short.
Most of the jobs I've been doing before showing up here has just been hauling stuff and/or getting shot.
Getting shot.
Well, I suppose one is better than the other.
You'd be surprised. I work as good cover.
A mobile shield. Not so bad.
I might have to see if I can find a shield to protect the face or something a bit better.
I think I need big weapon.
Excuse me.
Little knife doesn't really do much.
Big weapon for the big hand, little weapon for the little hand.
Yes, I think so.
If it gets the job done, why not?
It was kind of hard to hit the dragon thing with just my bare hands, so now I was going at it.
I would imagine. I was not about to go and draw my knife and try and strike it. I seemed to shrug off my spells in a fast was. No reason to waste the
Still
effort.
do the cycle. Still make memories.
But memories are sad after that. You can look at the problem fondly, but I decided to look elsewhere. And such is my affliction. Yes, as such I did for my affliction. Or vampirism.
Alright, sorry for earlier.
Yes.
It was a bit overwhelming at the
I
time.
guess while they're doing it, sorry for calling you a rodent. I'm sure you're great.
Please try and just control such urges. I know they can be difficult. Also, I have been informed.
Morley plans to help me out a bit more
Never
in
been
that
around
regard.
so many humans before. And
I don't want to...
She had advice.
Yes. She had advice. I don't want to be a monster that's feared by others, if I can help it. That is the least thing I want.
Yes, no one wants that. It's not
good fate to find oneself in. This place is so damnably large.
It is incredibly large. I got lost here the other day.
Everything is so big. It just goes on forever.
There should be
I cannot wait
a
to
side
find
entrance. Was it here?
Somewhere.
Ah, it's here.
Don't stand there and get you
hold on.
stuck.
No, we're almost there.
Right here, yes. I remember correctly. It's up these steps.
Oh, I got lost earlier, thank God.
Alright, everyone up again.
Come on. Gallop. 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 Giddy up.
Isn't that kind of... That's almost racist.
Is it?
That's accurate.
Use a horse here.
Oh, goodness.
Child.
Honestly, as long
dragons
as you
make
guys
it a-
aren't trying to stab me in the eye or something, I don't really care what you say.
Ooh,
Just
Lordy,
the
she
eye.
coming.
But I've also given her permission to smack me silly if I
Pierce the scales, yeah.
get out of hand, and I hope you would do the same.
My,
Oh,
It's
did
what?
that not follow?
If I get too distracted or out of hand, to just stop me silly. Get my focus
I
back.
see. I'll keep that in mind. Did not seem the time, given what was going on.
Mm,
Should I be carrying them?
but should another time occur.
But just give it some time. Once you start living through the centuries, if you are just alone, I promise you, you'll be touching eyes to your sock and making it speak for you.
I don't think I will.
I bet you. I am the one talking from experience here. Unless you never keep yourself alone.
I told you I was alone. I don't think it matters much for how long. It kind of reaches a boiling point either way.
That is sad.
So this shouldn't burn through.
You just keep
You know what?
yourself
I don't. That's a
busy.
bad thought. I'm not even gonna try it.
I wouldn't try it.
With what? If you don't have someone.
Anything. Like you busied yourself with your research.
Well, yes, there's something to do. But what are you going to do? Make up as much consolations as you can?
If you drank it, would it just clear out your stomach?
Bold of you to assume that
I assume it would burn you from the inside out.
Well, if it doesn't affect organic matter, if that's what they said.
Well, they were meaning like all the bones and other scattered parts, I'm sure. If you were to try putting it in, it would just burn to acid, melt away.
I think I threw most of it up anyway.
Did you already have a taste?
No, not the acid.
Oh.
Forget I said anything.
Okay, okay.
I think what sucks.
You had me concerned for a moment.
Not just keep shaking.
you
Do you
say
want
them
that?
like they are so mundane. You know it's not that easy.
I've lived 1,000 years. It's just second nature at this point. I suppose it's been a while since I can recall such things that I have to worry about.
I'd really rather you not belittle my expectations of our race.
I do not. I don't even look at ourselves as a monster.
Lucky
Just
you.
just a state of being. If anything, you look down upon yourself seeing that way.
Indeed.
Meanwhile, I see you and I see us no different from these people. We just have thirst and urges.
I'm going to it. Let's keep rambling.
Except people make bad stories about this. Or she ran away.
They fell behind like 30 seconds ago.
I think they noticed.
Sometimes when people say too many words, I lose track of what they're saying. It might be something like that.
I think at the end of the day, it's your own decision how to decide something necessarily tell you what's best for us. It's what you feel is best.
Why do you not have any protective gear?
I didn't have an opportunity to get any.
You could at least wear a hat.
You could call this my self-penance, so to speak.
Instead of self-penance, do you want to just stand behind me?
That might do actually some good for her. Get close to them.
If you insist.
Might as well get some use out of it.
Just one moment. If you have your thing.
Oh, you doing to do the seat? Make sure your play space is reset. So working or let's rumble. If you have motion sickness, I am very sorry.
I do not. You're fine.
We ball.
We ball. It's definitely better in some regards. Hold on, let me.
Better than having to walk.
Let me adjust one thing.
Also, it just
there we go.
God.
So where did you say that you came from before?
Oh, there's a village up to the north mountains, Bella Bella.
Were you just
I remember that.
scavenging for food up there? For
No, I lived there.
Because I heard you were trying to rob us earlier.
Well, it was, misunderstanding type thing, but well, I came from there. I was born there, and I also made the place. I'm trying to remember right. Anyway, it's a nice place for a long time. From what I can remember, made after the Dark Lord started taking over.
Would you care for a ride as well, instead of going on these little hills?
Oh.
I was told not to offer you because it might be insulting.
It is, but that's fine. I will walk. Rather, this is
If you insist.
entertaining to watch.
It's not that entertaining. Surely.
A bit. I'll take what little things I can have.
The things I do for shade.
Someone dug a grave there.
Indeed.
Fell a couple of days ago.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
Oh, it's fine.
This will do.
The supply should be inside.
Hope you enjoyed the ride.
That's whatever they have.
It was comforting. So I have to walk through the sun.
Need me to carry anything?
We have a number of sacks of goods, some boxes of medical supplies and similar. Probably just bundle some of this up and... December here is willing to carry it. That'll certainly make things easier on the return.
You just have to tie it up with that rope up there, I think.
Oh, right.
I'm just
That's a
going to
good
pull
idea.
this chair elsewhere. These chairs
Low ceiling,
are
huh?
so rickety.
It's a bit bigger once you get further through.
That's one way to deal with it.
It's unclear. Ta-da!
Well, that works.
Rope and a pile of broken
Okay.
boxes.
We'll definitely need other provision as well. Fee, she's a bone eater. I suppose that should be easy enough to grind into a paste.
Do you think it's for pleasure, or does she actually like crunch the whole things down?
Oh, you mean as a habit?
Yes.
Okay. I've been hanging on around too much. Anyway, there is nutrient within bones, so I don't
Yes.
doubt it. So yes, I do believe she eats them for out of necessity. Though there is probably some enjoyment in gnawing on something so hot, but breaking it.
If she likes it, I will find a good female.
There is definitely a certain amount of bones in here.
So these bones aren't fresh.
A concerning
There's lots of
amount.
bones.
So is it true that if someone leaves like a broomstick next to the door, you
Have you done
spend
that,
the
by the way,
day counting
Luciana?
broomsticks
Have you
and then
extracted
them after?
blood out of bones and then made that into a meal?
Oh, I have
That's the
actually.
first
I
time
have
I've
a.
ever heard that one.
Not a meal, but
And I've not yet experienced it myself, but now I.
I
really
have
want
ground
to
the
know.
marrow down as well today.
crater.
Oh, it's a theory that they're all
Fine powder that
what I
help
heard
keep
from
someone
stories
awake
was
or
that
pull someone out of an
we keep a
unconscious state.
broomstick next to it and count every single bristle because they're very obsessive. Which I don't think is true.
I'll have to look at your notes.
Perhaps not in that regard.
Well, my apologies. No, that's the one that helps someone sleep.
Sorry,
I
there's a
think I've
similar kind
stumbled
of
across a great many
concoction.
broom.
The
and not
problem
once have I
is
ever
if they're
counted the
mad,
bristles.
they'll just have paralyzingly bad nightmares while they do so. It's a bit of a sedative.
Well, it still works, does it not? Puts the person to sleep.
It does. Yes.
Is it more effective in quick acting?
Well,
No, not
I'm
particularly.
going to get a head start, and I will meet you there.
Oh,
Okay.
you're going somewhere.
Oh, we're going back.
We all decided to stay there. Yes.
I see.
It was discussed that that would be a better idea than
Bit
being out here
safer.
watching everything. Yes.
Very well.
If you have everything, I have the rope you knocked down.
Oh, excellent. Here's one of the bags. So, if you just
There you go.
We can just tie it to your back.
It should work.
excuse me.
If you were to probably get down from the steps would be better.
Yeah, that's a great idea, huh?
Is there a building
Excuse me.
across the bridge?
Building. There's a small camp over there. I mean, it's where we got a lot of the supplies from.
Alright, I think that should be stable enough.
I'll just not jostle around too much just in case.
She did seem a bit hurt when she came back. So I can say for
Hmm.
sure.
Let's just hope then there's no further issue.
This bridge held up pretty well, all things considered.
It did.
Did a fight happen here or something?
Yes. We
This
lost
is
the
where
area. Yeah.
we lost one of ours.
You see.
At least it was fast. Quite a distance, though. Gotta watch out for any more like that that can snipe across a bridge of this size.
Was it some sort? Was it like an arrow?
It was a beam of light.
Along with other distractions.
Though it was a goblin that did it, so I suppose the goblin would have died soon after anyways, but some of us jumped it as soon as it did it.
It's not like a compulsion.
Didn't know those things could cast magic.
Anything's possible, I suppose.
So if I dropped a bag of beans, peanuts, brother, if I dropped a bag of peanuts, you would not feel compulsed to count the peanuts?
No. I would be able to tell. I would only be able to tell how much peanuts on it just by the mass and the weight of it, and as well as the length and width of it.
So you've spent so much time counting peanuts and similar things that you simply by observing it in that capacity, you can tell me how many there are.
It was a story to scale children. I didn't expect it to be real.
Don't do it anymore.
What's the title of the story?
Well, that one was more of like a tale.
You know, we develop these kinds of problems. We have to do it with our hands.
Simply a mathematical equation I can do in my head, no problem.
Well, you can now, but clearly that mathematical equation was driven by a compulsion to count.
Maybe. Yes.
See, there's no shame in that. Having
Okay,
a
but
passion
it is no longer that, is what I'm trying to say.
I'm glad that you overcame it.
Yes.
Also will make sure not to let
Perhaps.
Korath's bag of rice
If
anything in front of
you take a,
because that'd be rude.
if there's something to carry something in the water, then you can boil it at least.
If you just drop a bag
You would
of
usually
rice,
just
I would
gather snow
immediately
and
just
melt
go
it.
1,687.
That usually works.
Me and Pack just drink straight from river.
Straight from the.
Be at least
Well, I
as
shouldn't be the one
precise
talking.
as one can be.
You know, that does give like, okay, that's a strong.
Suppose fair is fair.
Things, actually.
If you're
And
thirsty, you
if you
can
spend
give
that
it a
much time
try.
Doing research on things in general,
Yeah.
just counting, it seems to become second nature.
Oh, a sec.
That's the fun of it all, because you already know the answer.
Yes, you really got to weigh the options.
I got the fucking TM.
It's just water.
What DM I have to go answer, I'm gonna go disappear and I'll never see me. She should just run ahead.
Yeah, they're gone right now.
You were supposed to look away.
Do you know how many times I've fallen for that?
I'm taking the stuff
That's
in.
fine. Goodbye.